Now, Uncharted 4 has been out for almost a year already, and surprisingly enough, I haven't made a review for it yet. However, since the ending of the game pleased me in a very interesting way, I figured I'd enlighten you with my experience of the last moments of my favorite game series of all time, made by the one and only Naughty Dog. Now, I've also been thinking of making a small tribute video to the well-acclaimed game studio and to my favorite developers of all time, so stay tuned for that video in the near future. Keep in mind that my list is completely subjective and is only in chronological order just for the sake of organization, not which I prefer. With that being said, here are my 5 enjoyable ending moments of Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. Number 5. The compelling fight. For anyone who played through the entire game, we know that the fight up against Nathan Drake and Rafe Adler was definitely something to look forward to since before the game came out. Showcasing Rafe as this big bad villain and this menacing figure since Uncharted 2 was something that really got me hooked onto his character. Although we didn't have much screen time with him and Nate close up, the ending sword fight really made up for that.
You don't know when to give up. That's good. Don't hand it to me. I had everything handed to me on a goddamn silver platter. I earned this. All of it.
You want the treasure, Rafe? It's all yours.
Number 4. A villain endured. What I mean by this is, finally, a villain in the series did not die, or at least Nadine didn't. In terms of Wraith, that is, if he was able to lift the tons of treasure up just enough to pass through the rising water, and even if the entire cave did collapse behind the Drake brothers, so his chance of survival was very, very minimum. But hooray, Nadine, an independent, strong, black female character in a freaking video game, made it, and she'll be in the Lost Legacy DLC, which is expected to release this year. With all seriousness though, I'm not that kind of gamer who nitpicks all the diversity in the game, but it was definitely very interesting to see it nonetheless.
They killed each other.
Good for them. What's the point?
Everyone obsessed with this treasure gets what they deserve.
So what, you're just leaving us here to die?
Oh, I'm just leaving. Whether you die or not, I don't really care.
Nadine, wait.
So long, Rafe.
Nadine! Nadine! You open this goddamn door right now!
Number 3. Cassie Drake. I know, how strange of me to think of Nathan's and Elena's daughter to be one of my favorite, enjoyable ending moments, but it truly is. Seeing a smaller version of both of them is just pretty darn cool, and it's so interesting to see how charismatic she is, just like Nate and Elena themselves. On top of that, of course, Cassie Drake opens up an entire new gate for other developers who might be interested in rebooting the Uncharted series, and having her as one of the main characters would just be completely epic.
Please. So, what did you see?
Nothing really. Well, just that photo of you two and Sully. With a bunch of Spanish-looking treasure. And a shotgun.
Yeah. Huh. This is bound to happen sometime. Maybe we should just tell her.
She's not ready for it.
Ready for what? All that crazy shit in there?
Language.
Yeah, language.
Sorry. But you guys are literally keeping skeletons in your closet. Or at least a silver skull of some kind.
For number 2, I have a happy ending and none of our heroes die. I've made it this very, very clear in several ending debates, and I honestly hated the idea that none of the main characters or heroes died. The fact that this was Nathan Drake's last adventure and the story was pushed to be this dark and grounded story, I figured we were bound to get Sam, Nathan's long-lost brother, or even Elena, his wife, die, but we didn't. I was heavily disappointed by when I figured out that no one died. However, I definitely found it pretty a fitting choice as well, because having no deaths allows there to be more opportunity for Naughty Dog to continue the series if they ever were going to, and of course it's a happy ending, and who does not like happy endings? I mean, I sure do.
That's it. That's it! What the hell are you doing? You stress me. God damn it. Let's get your head down. Do it now. Come on. Alright, you were one crazy son of a bitch. I just want to know it. Come on.
Now, as for number 1, it's slightly related to the happy ending one, but that is closure. As a fan of the Uncharted series since 2012, back when I got my PlayStation 3, I was hooked on the journey that I was introduced to at such a young age. On top of that, the Uncharted series is something that has stuck by me like a cub and its mother. Having Nathan Drake, his wife Elena, and their daughter Cassie settle in, taking Jamerson's job as a predecessor who was working for this boating company. With that, of course, Sam also managed to smuggle a bit of Libertalian treasure, allowing Nate and Elena to build their life like they've always wanted to, as their last adventure has come to an end.
The City of Gold?
That's the legend. Turns out it was just a statue. A cursed statue.
No way, seriously?
Yeah, seriously. But I'll get back to that later. See, the map led us to the
With that all being said, of course, I hope you enjoyed my list of my 5 most enjoyable ending moments in Uncharted 4, and tell me in the comment section below if you agree with my list, of course, or if not, tell me why, and if there's other enjoyable ending moments that you also had. And of course, with that being said, of course, remember to subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video, so thank you a lot for watching.